Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Roberta Scott, Director for the Social and Emotional Learning Department in the Houston Independent School District. In an effort to help you to understand and deal effectively with your child's reactions during these unique times, I will be providing you with a few coping strategies that you can utilize. All resources discussed today will be available at our HISD at Home website. Next slide. The manner in which we react to situations is dependent upon a number of variables, including personal history background, personality traits, severity of what's going on, level of social support, and the type of interventions. Next slide. While no two people respond to situations in exactly the same manner, the following lists are often seen as immediate reactions. Things like numbness in the body, denial or the inability to acknowledge the situation has occurred, disassociative behavior or appearing dazed, confusion, disorganization, and difficulty making decisions. Other reactions that you may experience are a feeling of detachment, showing no emotions, either positive or negative, depression, difficulty concentrating, anxiety, withdrawals, eating disturbances, irritability and low frustration tolerance, difficulty sleeping, loss of interest in activities or hobbies or things that you once enjoyed, emotional and mental fatigue, feeling overwhelmed, feeling of forgetfulness. Being fatigued can also feel a lot like depression because your level of mental energy is low, and then also mental blocks where your brain stops thinking. Next slide. Coping skills can help you tolerate, minimize, and deal with stressful situations. Managing your stress can help you feel better physically and psychologically, and it can impact your ability to perform your best. But not all coping skills are created equal. Sometimes it's tempting to engage in strategies that will give you quick relief, but might create bigger problems for you down the road. It's important to establish healthy coping skills that will help you reduce your emotional stress or rid yourself of the stressful situations that you may face. Just because a strategy helps you endure emotional pain, it doesn't mean it's healthy. Some coping skills could create bigger problems in your life. Some examples of unhealthy coping skills are drinking alcohol or using drugs. Substances may temporarily numb your pain, but they won't resolve your issues. Substances are likely to introduce new problems into your life. Overeating. Food is a common coping strategy, but trying to stuff your feelings with food can lead to an unhealthy relationship with food and weight issues. And sometimes we go to the other extreme and we restrict our eating because it makes us feel more empowered and in control. And clearly, that can be just as unhealthy. Sleeping too much, whether you take a nap when you're stressed or you sleep late to avoid facing the day. Sleeping offers temporary escape from your problems. However, when you wake up, the problem will still be there. Overspending. While many of us say we enjoy retail therapy, including myself, as a way to feel better, shopping can become unhealthy. Spending more than you can afford will only backfire in the end and cause more stress. Avoidance. Even healthy coping strategies can become unhealthy if you're using them to avoid the problem. For example, if you're stressed out about your financial situation, you might be tempted to do some other things that are less stressful versus creating a budget. But if you never resolve your financial issues, your coping strategies are only masking the problem. Next slide. So, how can you help? As a parent, we are probably the most influential factors in supporting our children from the emotional consequences that are taking place at this time. Your support, your encouragement, and reassurance is of utmost importance to your children. While we may be frequently frustrated that we can't do more to alleviate our children's anxiety and discomfort, we need to realize that our efforts cannot be replaced. The following strategies that we're going to talk about can provide or help you address the reactions of your child during this time. So paying attention. As a parent, we know our kids thrive on positive adult attention. When helping our kids in coping with these times, it's important to remember this and give extra attention to them, even if they're not formally asking for it. One of the ways you can do is listening. While this isn't true in every case, it's often helpful for our kids to be able to express their feelings and concerns, ask questions about what to expect, and just feel that they're not facing things alone. Sitting down and having a heart-to-heart with a focus on listening can help your child practice processing their emotions and facilitate a healthy coping skill that you can utilize again and again. Shared activities. Some of our children aren't as comfortable just opening up about their feelings, and sometimes don't really know how. And so shared activities can be encouraged as a way to talk things out by getting them involved in an activity. And even if it doesn't involve a personal talk about their feelings, spending time with you and doing comforting activities can be a great stress relief. Be aware. Another benefit of spending extra time with our children is that we're better able to see how things are faring, and we can intervene if necessary. For example, if you see signs of withdrawal, difficulty with sleeping and eating, or other significant changes in your child's behavior, you'll know when to step in. It's important to know what is normal for your child so that you're able to detect any important changes in their mood or their behavior. Maximize the impact. While we cannot completely control and shield our children from everything, even if they're not directly involved, our kids are notorious for picking up on the stressful situations that we show on our face, our nonverbals. You can do things to minimize their exposures to the stress. Some of the things that you can do is monitor the TV and the technology. With the availability of online, there's no need to have disconcerting scenes played and replayed in your living room. Even very young children can pick up on extra stress from this by noting the stress in the adults around them. Maintain your routines. When everything seems to be changing or even falling apart around you, it may be difficult to keep routines intact. It can be reassuring, though, to our kids and perhaps to you too, to have as many things remain constant as possible. So it's worth the effort to have bedtime, meal times, school time, and other family activities stay the same. Be careful what you share. Our kids, they want to know how things will affect them, and they ask a lot of questions. Not every question asked requires an answer, and many are better off being answered in a limited capacity. Show the way, for better or worse. When facing times like this, our kids, they look to us for what to do. No one is perfect, but being a good role model during these times doesn't require perfection. Just do your best. Empower your kids. Above all, remember that we may not be able to change all of the circumstances, but we can empower our children with the coping skills and help them to navigate and sharpen their coping skills, and at the same time, yours. Next slide. Coping with a major change can be taxing for us as adults and for many of our kids. Such things can be overwhelming. because most children, they don't even have the coping skills that the typical adult has taken a lifetime to develop. It helps to really talk to our children and demonstrate how to cope so that they'll know what to do when they feel stress. It is essential for our well-being to take a few minutes every day to cultivate mental spaciousness and try to achieve a positive mind-body balance. So if you are a busy bee like myself, you can use some simple mindfulness exercises to help empty your mind and, for some, much needed calm amidst the madness of our hectic days. Next slide. So mindfulness exercises are also popular with our children. So all of these strategies are things that you could do for you, but then also for you to do with your children. And so these are easy to slot into your daily routine. So going for a mindful walk. A mindful walk basically is a great way for bringing attention to the present moment. Take your children out and try to get them to notice everything around them. The trees, the birds, the bugs, the sun, the shadow, the puddles, everything. The things that we don't pay attention to anymore. You can also play the game where you choose a color and you try to notice and point out everything of that color and do some incentivizing. Next slide. Mindfulness with music. Music is a great piece for mindfulness too. Listening to music is widely known and shown to improve your mood and promote better sleep. One activity that you can do is to play a piece of music and note down what thoughts come to mind. Or for your children, you could take out either a pad or a sheet of paper, crayons, markers, and let your children draw the music, how they think it would look if the music was a picture. Next slide. Breathing, visualization, and imagery can teach our children simple exercises that are great introductions to meditation and an excellent building block for future practice. Meditation exercises can help you both physically and mentally, and are also great for improving focus and getting us to use our imaginations. Visualization is also a great way to wind down before bedtime, or you may even want to use it instead of a bedtime story. So let's practice. Take a moment to settle into a comfortable position. Close your eyes, and we're going to do a mental scan of our bodies. Notice how you're feeling. How does your body feel? Scan your body starting at your feet. Simply noticing how your body is feeling. Notice your feet, your ankles, legs, hips. Continue scanning your body, moving up to your stomach, back, chest, sides. Mentally scan your hands, arms, shoulders, your neck, head, and face. Where's your body the most tense? Where's your body the most relaxed? Just notice the state of the tension and relaxation in your body. Notice how your body relaxes without any effort or input from you, without even trying. Your body becomes slightly more relaxed with each passing moment. So now, imagine you are a balloon, small and unfilled. You can be any color, any size, or any shape. But think about this. With each breath you take in, the color becomes brighter. Every time you exhale slowly, the balloon is filled with a little more air and begins to take shape. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Then breathing out, you let go of stress. Let the balloon fill to the size that you want in your mind. As it's filled, imagine it floats gently above your head. It sends warm light down. As it floats higher, you know to let go of your worries and the stress that you have. This should allow your body to relax and relieve your mind and fill you with color and light. Ultimately, if you want your children to establish a regular mindful routine, the best thing you can do is practice yourself. Our children always look to us as parents, and by practicing this on a regular basis, you're setting the best possible examples. We will have a one-pager on our website that will walk you through several of these types of activities that you can do at home with your children. Next slide. Seek professional help if your child continues to be very upset, anxious, fearful, sad, or angry for more than 2 to 4 weeks. If your child's problem worsens instead of improving over time, and if your child's reaction affects their work, their relationship with family or friends, and this is prolonged for a period of time. We've also included the wraparound services contact information, Dr. Ken Davis, for those additional services or supports that may be needed. They may be able to support some of those things or offer additional resources that are available for our district students. Next slide. Our department, the Social and Emotional Learning Department, we will be hosting these webinars every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Every Wednesday, 2 o'clock, we will be covering a variety of topics related to the social and emotional learning needs of our students. We are receiving feedback from our parents around topics that they would like, so we're taking those and that information. And so every Wednesday, tune in. We will be here with just best practices and some things to do and share information. We will be offering, well, we've already started offering counseling services to our students in grades 3 through 12, and then also pre-K through second behavioral resources and consultation services are available as needed. The website, HISD at Home, we have several resources for our parents there that you can take and utilize. And also, if you have any questions, you can reach us at hisdsel@houstonisd.org. We answer those by the end of the business day during the week, and then if it's over the weekend, we answer those the following Monday. Next slide. Other additional resources that are available. There are coping apps that you can utilize for ideas that you may want to utilize with your students. We also have a coping journal that we've included on the At Home HISD website. You can also text the crisis hotline. They are offering free telehealth. The City of Houston is also offering crisis telehealth. The NAMI organization, there's a bunch of webinars for parents, and they're also offering help via their center warm line. So you may call that number at 713-970-4483, and the disaster distress line as always. And so that concludes our webinar. I want to send a shout out to the SEL team and to Adrian Acosta and his team for helping us put the webinar together. Thank you.